Yes! Look at her! Look at her! Hi, hello everyone, and welcome to the Hey Qween After Show. Look at her! We are here with the legendary International Housewives of Drag, Mrs. Kasha Davis! And of course, Miss Lady Red is still here. Say hello, darling.
Hello, children.
Oh my, she's very soft and feminine. Speaking of soft and feminine, Adam Joseph in the Go to Bed Wings. Yes. Yeah, give me a good little something right now. Give me a White Hummingbird style riff.
Ooh, Hey Qween.
Yes! Adam Joseph is the voice of the Hey Qween theme song. Now he's here in person every week.
My God, on a wheel. That's fantastic.
My goodness. Well, we just had a wonderful interview with Mrs. Kasha Davis. If you did not see it, get back there on that playlist and look at it. But right now, Mrs. Kasha Davis, we're going to play the game of all games.
I'm ready.
It's a game where we take queens that you know and have worked with, and you will look at them. Thank you, Adam. And you will play, you'll spill a little tea or throw a little shade or tell us a little tidbit.
Fabulous.
Something about them, and we'll get to learn a little more about you and them.
Fabulous.
By looking.
By looking.
At Let's begin. Luca. Who is that?
Is that
it's Candy Ho. I've got to tell you the truth. Before the show, we were having a producer meeting, and we went through them, and both of us looked at it, and we said, who is that? And Walter, our producer, who pulled the photo himself, did not know. Either did I. I said, is that Violet? No.
I thought it was Miss Fame at first.
And I thought that's what I thought. But it's Candy Ho. So look at her.
Look at her. Candy Ho. I mean, she's fantastic. Number one, why you didn't recognize her is because when she was probably getting that photo taken, she didn't know how to do her makeup. She had her makeup done for her, which is a common thing where she was doing drag, no shade there.
Right, yeah, we talked to Jessica Wilde about that, and that's like for a while before they all started getting on Drag Race, they had their makeup done.
They had it done, the real queens of, And so while she was on the show, the whole beard thing is because she went a little heavy, which we all do at first, or today. And, and so that Candy Ho, sweetheart, I will say the one thing that we've never necessarily resolved is why she wouldn't give me a hug when we.
Oh, right, because now it's been a minute since I've watched the season. Y'all had like a friction from the first day, right? She called you old or whatever.
There was the old stuff, and it just kind of
Which is just when she gets to be a little older, she'll look back and be like, ugh, bitch.
Yeah, right.
And I mean, she even has apologized, right?
Of course, we're fantastic now. I mean,
but yeah, so she wouldn't. You were saying
we did our lip sync, and it was like, okay, they chose, Candy. Okay, fine. So I went to go give her a hug, and you'll see that she just is like, For whatever reason, I was like, what the heck? But that's not at all how she is.
Right.
She's a sweetheart. And when we go out on the road, she's just absolutely adorable. She's a blast. She's an amazing entertainer. And she's learning how to do her makeup.
Well, very good, very good. Very nice. Look at her. Miss Violet Chachki, the winner!
Season 7 winner!
There's a very severe eyebrow situation right there, yes.
She can paint, she can get that corset tight like nobody else before.
Yes, she can.
I mean, she's grown on me incredibly. I mean, at first there was definitely the friction. I think she transformed herself throughout the competition. And I mean, I have to say, I can't imagine the pressure of being the winner of season 7 after Bianca Del Rio.
Right.
Okay, it's two totally different types of drag, but that's still a lot of people are going to make comparisons. And she is taking it with stride. She gets out there and she does her stuff, and she has an eye for taking this vintage stuff and turning it into this art.
Yes, the beauty is strong.
The beauty is, and we've had our differences. But what I really appreciate about her is that she's mature enough to say, yeah, Kasha, you're wrong. That was bullshit, but I love you. You know,
All right,
text
that's
back
nice.
acts like an adult. You know, I love that. I mean, you know, because you're not going to always be besties and sisters. All of that bullshit.
Especially not in the Thunderdome.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God, I love that you keep saying the Thunderdome.
Because that's, to me, what it is. It's like the Real Housewives. They have to go into the Thunderdome. And it's the same thing with Drag Race. It's like going to the fucking Hunger Games, the Thunderdome, all of it.
2 men enter, 1 man return.
2 men enter, a woman leaves.
Right. I like that one.
Look at him.
Oh,
Fame, the beauty.
Fame.
Speaking of the beauty, God, that bitch looks so gorgeous.
I gotta tell you, I feel like she's a little girl of mine. You know, we have connected. She's so sensitive and emotional, and she's so driven and focused and talented. But when the pressure is on, you know, her support system, she's rebuilt in her life. And I feel like, you know, not at all a drag mother or anything like that, but a friend that she can relate to, and we can talk some of this stuff out and text some of this stuff out. And, you know, I remember when she first, after we did the recording of the season, she was like, I perform, but I mostly, you know, model. You know, she didn't say I'm gorgeous. She's gorgeous. She stands there and she looks gorgeous.
Right, yeah, she was a tutorial queen, a web queen.
So what am I going to do? And so we had her to our home bar, Rain Lounge out in Syracuse, and brought her up, and she performed, and she really appreciated that, like just getting out there and doing some of that, because there's a relative aspect of it that was new for her.
Yeah.
And I mean, I told her, I'm like, girl, you're going to do, doesn't matter where you placed, you're going to be working. So you've got to, I told her, I'm like, get 6 songs and repeat, rinse and repeat.
Yes.
But she's fantastic.
I mean, she's killing it. She
She
looks
is killing
gorgeous and,
Yeah.
I mean, good. And once you got those makeup tutorials and her songs are good.
And her
it's
brand.
Good. Her brand, my brand. What about my brand? Look at her. Max, okay.
You can tell we all need the glasses here in this episode of Look at Her. Look at her again, because I can't recognize her.
Sometimes it's like, I'm looking at her, I think everyone's giving a different look in some of these photos. And Max, I mean, that's a gorgeous look.
That is she is stunning. And honestly, again, Max, on the set, I was like, girl, get in the mirror. It's not a real mirror, it's a 2-way mirror. Get on the camera. You know, and there was a level of frustration for her, and she pulled herself out of that. And
so wait, go into that a little more. So she was reserved.
She was reserved.
Couldn't get into the filming aspect
there
of
was
it.
times she wanted her private time on the set, like, you know, go over into a corner and do her makeup on the floor in front of a mirror. And I'm like, I came over, I'm like, honey, you know, why do I care?
Right. Well, there's the mom in you.
Yeah, I'm like, come over here and go into this hokey two-way mirror and look straight into the camera at your bad, you know, my bad contour, and be like, I'm a drag queen. You know, do it. Get on the camera. And, you know, I criticize myself for the same. You've got to put yourself out there. But again, a sweetheart, wants to get out there. One of my favorite things that I love about her is early on, I said, so what are you going to do after this experience? Well, I'm not going to do any lip syncing. I'm just going to go out like Judy Garland. I'm going to go out and sing songs like, you know, some of her stuff. I'm like, oh, you're going to be Judy Garland. Just from Drag Race to Judy Garland. She knows her stuff, but I was like, girl, that might be a little bit of a stretch.
What does Max do? Have you performed with her? What is her live show? Because
She sings live. She sings live, and it's fantastic. She does these kind of like mixes, and it's old school and new stuff, and it's avant-garde, and she's pleasant and loving and nice and enjoyable and gracious. I like that. You know, you get out there and talk to your people, and we're doing a gig together, which is great. And I even have a dog named Max.
Oh, well, wonderful.
So when I get on Twitter, people are like, "Is it?" You fed Max? I'm like, not that Max.
Like, oh my God, she called Max a bitch. You're like, I'm at the dog. Look at her.
Oh,
Trixie Mattel, a new Hollywood resident.
Oh my God. This gal is not only talented, she's a businesswoman.
Oh, yes, she is.
She knows what she knows exactly what she had planned in terms of what's going to happen after the show. I have XYZ, this merch is going to go on sale, and this is what's going to happen here, and I'm going to present myself that way, and she works. And she gets out there, she's consistent, she's fun. I think that she really has an excellent presence. I mean, you know, she's to be given that gift at that age to start there.
Yeah.
You know, and to just explode. And she's got an amazing, fun personality.
She's really fun.
Yeah.
Super nice.
You know, and the fact that, you know, Katya and I were able to give her and Pearl the win on the Conjoined Twins Challenge.
Right.
It was very gracious of us.
It was. Very gracious. What was it like coming back when y'all came back?
When we came back, it was, first of all, I was so excited for the opportunity to come back and say, like, okay, I kind of got the gist of what's happening here. What is it that I need to do?
And how long was that from when you left to when you came back? Like
So it was
week?
it was just a couple days.
Couple days.
So I went home. They didn't even take my luggage. They shipped me home. I think they knew I was detoxing. I needed a cocktail.
Right.
So I went home, came back, and, you know, went into it. And I swear, everybody on the set, we were like, oh, we did this. Katya and I were like, we got it.
Right.
We're in. We're, you know, and it was Trixie and Pearl, and they were, you know, fantastic. But I will say, you know, that's where one of the first times I thought to myself, well, what makes most sense for the show? The young girl. She's the, you know, it's the avant-garde, and it's a different and a new look. And this is a good platform for you, Mrs. Davis. Keep going, and Katya still stays anyway. So it made sense in the reality of the competition too.
Right.
But we had a blast, and you know, listen, I have nothing bad to say about that damn show.
For real though, what a platform.
All
What
right,
a
yeah.
lucky break, darling. Take it.
Take it.
Get it.
Look at her.